Hi everyone, welcome to Easy Learn. This is Usha. Let's start chapter 1 number system. Let's see types of numbers. First, let us see natural numbers. Counting numbers 1, 2, 3 are called natural numbers. Naturally, to count anything, suppose if you want to count benches in the classroom. So how we will count? We use the numbers 1, 2, 3 and so on. We start with 1. So it continues. It's followed by all the other numbers. Clear? So suppose if you want to count stars in the sky, we start with the number 1 and followed by 2, 3 and so on. Clear? As the stars are infinite in the sky, natural numbers also infinite. Natural numbers are denoted by capital letter N. Clear? N is equal to set of 1, 2, 3 and so on. The smallest natural number is 1. Among all these natural numbers, which is the smallest number? 1 is the smallest number. So, the smallest natural number is 1. And the largest natural number cannot be determined. As the natural numbers are infinite, so we can't determine which is the largest natural number. Infinite natural numbers we will have. If we see any two consecutive numbers, that means side by side numbers, any two consecutive natural numbers, the difference is 1. 2 minus 1 equal to 3 minus 2 equal to so on. 100 minus 99 equal to so on is equal to 1. If we see any two side by side numbers difference, that difference will be 1 only. Clear? Here natural numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on are denoted by the capital letter N. It's a bag of natural numbers. Let's see whole numbers. Natural numbers along with 0 are called whole numbers. We know 1, 2, 3 and so on are natural numbers. If we include 0 also with the natural numbers, we'll get whole numbers. Whole numbers are denoted by capital W. Capital W equal to set of 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. And the smallest whole number is 0. And the largest whole number cannot be determined as the whole numbers also infinite. Clear? The difference between any two consecutive whole numbers is 1 as natural numbers. In natural numbers also the difference between any two consecutive side by side numbers difference if we take we will get 1, right? In the same way in whole numbers also the difference between any two consecutive whole numbers is 1. So on equal to 1. Clear? Here whole numbers are natural numbers along with 0 are called whole numbers. So all the natural numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on will be in the set of whole numbers. That means natural numbers are subset of whole numbers. Clear? Let's see integers. All positive and negative numbers together with 0 are called integers. Here 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. These all are positive integers, right? Positive numbers. Here these all are positive numbers. And minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 and so on are negative numbers. 0 is neither positive nor negative. Clear? So positive numbers, all positive numbers and all negative numbers together with 0 are called integers. Here positive integers are denoted by z plus and negative integers are denoted by z minus. Clear? So z plus means here what numbers we have? All natural positive integers means natural numbers only, right? Z plus or capital N. That means natural numbers. Integers are denoted by capital I or Z. Here from 0 to infinite if we take positive integers with 0 are whole numbers only or not? Whole numbers means non-negative integers. Non-negative integers. Whole numbers are not nothing but non-negative integers. Clear? Negative integers with 0. Negative integers with 0 are called non-positive. 0 is neither positive nor negative, right? So, negative integers with 0 are called non-positive integers. Clear? Already we have discussed about natural numbers, whole numbers. Natural numbers are nothing but counting numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Okay, whole numbers means counting numbers along with 0 are called whole numbers. Here integers means whole numbers along with negative numbers are called integers. That means all together will give integers. Positive numbers, negative numbers together with 0 are called integers. These all numbers are integers. Here natural numbers are subset of whole numbers. That means all the natural numbers are in the set of whole numbers. And whole numbers are subset of integers. Clear? Let's see even numbers. The numbers which are divisible by 2 are called even numbers. Even numbers are denoted by capital E. When we divide a number with 2 gives the remainder 0 are called even numbers. Suppose when we divide 18 with 2, how many times 2 will go in 18? 9 times. 2 nines are 18. So what the remainder will get if we subtract 0? When we divide a number with 2 gives the remainder 0 are called even numbers. The numbers which are divisible by 2, exactly divisible by 2 are called even numbers. Even numbers are denoted by the letter capital E. Capital E equal to so on -6, -4, -2. These are all the numbers divisible by 2, right? Yes. Will give the remainder 0. Here the general form of even number is 2n, where n belongs to integer. Here we can take any integer. Suppose if n equal to 0, it will become 0. If n equal to 1, it will become 2. If n equal to 2, it will become 4. Clear? If n equal to -1, it will become -2. In that way only we got all these even numbers. Clear? Now sum of first n even natural numbers is n into n plus 1. Suppose we have even natural numbers, he said. Clear? Even numbers we have to take from natural numbers. That means 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8. Suppose we have taken here 4 even natural numbers. First, from starting, from 2 we can take. We can't take from 4. Clear? So 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 equal to, how we can find how many numbers we have here? N equal to 4. Because 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 even natural numbers we have. So sum of this is equal to 4 into 4 plus 1. 4 into 4 plus 1 will give 4 into 4 plus 1 value is 5. 4 into 5 is 20. So if we add all these even natural numbers, we'll get 20. Let us check. 2 plus 4, 6. 6 plus 6, 12. 12 plus 8, 20. Is this clear? Sum of first n even natural numbers is n into n plus 1. It's based on n value, we'll get the sum. Clear? The difference between any two consecutive even numbers is 2. Here what is the difference between -6 and -4? 2 only, right? Here what is the difference? 2. And here the difference is 2. Any two side by side numbers if we take, the difference will become 2. Is this clear? Right. Let's see odd numbers. The numbers which are not divisible by 2 are called odd numbers. Or we can define the numbers which when divided by 2 gives the remainder 1 are called odd numbers. Suppose we have the number 17. If we divide 17 with 2, how many times 2 will go in 17? 8 times. 2 8s are 16. If we subtract 16 from 17, we'll give the remainder 1. So, odd numbers can be defined as a number which when divided by 2 gives the remainder 1 are called odd numbers. Is this clear? So, odd numbers are denoted by the capital letter O. O is equal to, these are infinite. As the integers are infinite, odd numbers also infinite. Clear? From negative infinity to positive infinity. But the difference between any two consecutive odd numbers is 2. as we can observe here. All the numbers when we divide by 2 gives the remainder 1. Here the general form of odd number is 2n minus 1, where n belongs to z. If we take n equal to 1, 2 into 1 minus 1. 2 into 1 means 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 is an odd number, right? Any integer we can take in the place of n will give an odd number. Sum of first n odd numbers is n squared. As we discussed in even numbers, sum of first n even numbers is n into n plus 1. Here, sum of first n odd numbers is n squared. Suppose first n odd natural numbers. Natural numbers only we have to take here. Odd natural numbers we have to take. Here 1 is the natural number only, right? 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9, suppose. How many odd numbers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So n is equal to 5. Now sum of these numbers will become n square, right? Here 5 natural numbers are there. So 5 odd numbers are there. So we can write 5 square. That is nothing but 25. 5 square is 5 into 5, that is 25. In this way we can find sum of any odd natural numbers. Clear? The difference between any two consecutive odd numbers is 2. Here if you observe all these odd numbers, the difference between any two side by side odd numbers is 2. Here the difference between minus 5 and minus 3 is 2 only, right? Here minus 3 and minus 1 also 2. Minus 1 and plus 1 also 2. In this way, if we take any two consecutive odd numbers, the difference will be 2. Is this clear? Right. Let's see prime numbers. The natural numbers greater than 1 is said to be a prime number if it has only two factors, 1 and itself. Here if you observe, all these numbers are having only two factors. Suppose if we take 2, what are the factors of 2? 1 and 2. What are the factors of 3? 1 and 3. What are the factors of 5? 1 and 5. Clear? In the same way, all these numbers 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23 and so on are having only two factors. Those two factors are, one is the common factor for all these prime numbers and itself. If we take 2, 2 is the other factor. If we take 3, 3 is the other factor. In the same way, we will get the factors of these all prime numbers only 2, that are 1 and itself. Here if you observe all these prime numbers, only 2 is the even number. The remaining all prime numbers are odd numbers. Clear? 2 is the least even prime. Clear? Here these all are odd prime numbers. Odd primes. This is only the even prime. Even prime. Clear? Let's see twin primes. A pair of prime numbers that differ by 2 are called twin primes. Pair, two prime numbers if we take, the difference between those two prime numbers must be 2. If you take 3 and 5, both are prime numbers, right? What is the difference between 3 and 5? 2 only. The difference 5 minus 3 is 2. Clear? Here also 5 and 7 are prime numbers. What is the difference? 7 minus 5 is 2. The difference is 2 here also. And 11 and 13. Both are prime numbers and the difference is 2. Here also both are prime numbers. 17 and 19 are prime numbers. The difference is 2. In this way we can write many twin primes. Here also you can observe in prime numbers. 3, 5. The difference 2. 5 and 7 difference 2. 11 and 13. 17 and 19. Right? 29 and 31. The difference is 2 only, right? In this way we will get many twin primes. Here the note is, as I explained already, 2 is the least and only even prime number. Let's see relatively prime numbers. Two positive integers a and b are said to be relatively primes or co-primes if their GCD is equal to 1. Suppose here relatively prime numbers means those two numbers need not be primes here. Relatively primes or co-primes means Here 25 is not a prime number and 81 is also not a prime numbers. But 25 and 81 are co-primes. How they are becoming co-primes? I'll explain. 25. What are the factors of 25? 1, 5 and 25. Clear? What are the factors of 81? 1, 3, 9, 27 and 81. So these are the factors of 81. If you observe the factors of 21, 25 and 81, what is the common factor we have? Only one is the common factor in both the factors. So the GCD, greatest common factor of any two numbers is 1, then those two numbers are called relatively prime numbers or co-primes. Here 25 and 81 are co-primes. If you take 6 and 11, what are the factors of 6? 6. What are the factors? 1, 2, 3 and 6. What are the factors of 11? 1 and 11. What is the common factor? 1. So here the GCD, greatest common factor is 1, right? So 6 and 11 are co-primes. Here 6 is not a prime, but then also 6 and 11 are co-primes. Clear? That means the two numbers need not be primes. We can take any two consecutive natural numbers. Okay, suppose 1 and 2. The GCD of 1 and 2 will become 1, right? So these two also co-primes. Any two consecutive natural numbers are co-primes. Clear? So to become co-primes, those two numbers need not be prime numbers. Any two numbers, if the GCD of those two numbers is 1, then we can say those two numbers as co-primes. Let's see composite numbers. The numbers which are having 3 or more than 3 factors are called composite numbers. Prime numbers means number should have 2 factors. Exactly 2 factors it should have. Here composite numbers means the number should have minimum 3 factors it should have, maximum n number of factors. Clear? Here 4, 6, 8, 9, 10 are composite numbers. If you take the factors of 4, what are the factors of 4? 1, 2 and 4. Clear? How many factors we have? 1, 2, 3. 3 factors we have. It can have any number having 3 or more than 3 factors. If you take 6, what are the factors? 1, 2, 3 and 6. How many factors it is having? 4. That means it is having more than 3 only, right? 3 or more than 3. If any number having 3 or more than 3 factors, then we can say that number as composite number. Here, the note point is 1 is neither prime nor composite. Prime means how many factors it should have? 2 factors it should have. Yes or not? As we have discussed earlier. Composite number means it should have minimum 3 factors. So 1 is having only one factor, right? It is neither prime nor composite. It is not a prime, not a composite number. It's unique. Clear? Let's see rational numbers. The numbers which can be written in the form of p by q, where q not equal to 0 and p comma q belongs to integers, are called rational numbers. Suppose we have seen natural numbers, whole numbers and integers. When the number is in this form, p by q, numerator and denominator form. Clear? So such numbers are called rational numbers. Here, if you see 1 by 2, this is also, 1 is also integer and 2 is also integer. One is an integer, 2 is also an integer. Integer by integer. Any integer we can take, but the denominator of any rational number should not be equal to 0. Clear? And p comma q values, any integers we can take. As here we have the examples. 1 by 2 is a rational number. Minus 2 by 3 is a rational number. 0 by 1 is also a rational number. 0 by 1 is nothing but 0. 0 is a whole number, right? So it is also a rational number. 0 we can write in the p by q form as 0 by 1 or 0 by 2, anything. 0 by anything is 0 only. Minus 7 by 11, 3 by 3. 3 by 3 value is 1. 1 is a natural number. Then also it's a rational number. We can write in P by Q form. 0.15. It's a decimal form. Okay. 2.7 bar. It's a non-terminating recurring decimal. So these all are the examples for rational numbers. So rational numbers are also known as quotient numbers. What is the other name for rational numbers? Quotient numbers. That is the reason we denote rational numbers with capital Q. What is the first letter in quotient numbers? Q. So we denote the rational numbers with capital Q. Clear? 0 by any integer, -1 or anything, will give 0. But whereas 2 by 0 or any number, any integer by 0 is not defined. If the denominator is having 0, it is not defined. That is the reason Q should not be equal to 0. If it is in this form, it's not a rational number because here Q is 0. Clear? We have already discussed about natural numbers, whole numbers, integers and rational numbers. So this is the Venn diagram for rational numbers. Clear? Natural numbers means 1, 2, counting numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on are called natural numbers. If we include 0 to the natural numbers, it will become whole numbers. If we include negative integers to the whole numbers, it will become whole integers. If we include P by Q form numbers to the integers, it will become rational numbers. Is this clear? Right. Here, natural numbers are subset of whole numbers and whole numbers are subset of integers. Integers are subset of rational numbers. All the natural numbers are in whole numbers only, right? This whole set, green color one is in the set of whole numbers. This set of whole numbers are in the set of integers, right? And in the set of integers, whole integers are in the set of rational numbers. Rational numbers and their decimal expansion. Here, rational numbers can be represented in decimal form in two ways. Either the rational numbers can be terminating decimals or non-terminating recurring decimals. Terminating decimals means in division at some certain point the remainder becomes 0. Okay, the division stops at a certain point. Clear? Suppose 7 by 8 is there. When we divide 7 with 8, how many times 7? 8 will go in 7, it won't go. So 0.0. How many times 8 will go in 70? 8 times. So 8 8 the 64. What remained? 6. How many times 8 will go in 6? It won't go. So 0. How many times 8 will go in 60? 7 times. 8 sevens are 56. So what remained? 4. 40. 8 will go in 40. How many times? 5 times. So 8 5s are 40. If we subtract 0. So we got the remainder 0, right? Type of decimals are called terminating decimals. Here it's terminated, right? Stopped. The division stopped at a certain point. Clear? Here 1 by 2 also in the same way. 0.5. It not repeating or it is not continuing. Division is not continuing. It stopped at a certain point. Clear? Now non-terminating recurring decimals. The remainder never becomes 0. Suppose 1 by 3 is there. What is the decimal form of 1 by 3? 0.33333. The remainder never becomes 0. It goes on. Clear? We can write 0.333 so on as 0.3 bar. It is non-terminating recurring decimal. The same way 1 by 7. 1 by 7 is 0.142857. Again it is repeating. 142817. 142817. This it is non-terminating. This also will not terminate, but it repeat in particular order. In the same order it repeats continuously. So this type of decimals are called non-terminating recurring decimals. We can write this as which digits are repeating. For that digits we have to take the bar. Clear? Now note, all the integers and fractions are rational numbers, as we have discussed earlier. There are infinitely many rational numbers between any two rational numbers. Yes, suppose we have 3 and 4. 3 and 4 also rational numbers, right? 3 by 1 and 4 by 1. Clear? There are infinitely many rational numbers in between these two rational numbers. Any two rational numbers. There are infinitely many rational numbers. Clear? Right. Thank you for watching the video. Kindly subscribe, like and share. And don't forget to click the bell icon to get the regular updates of my classes.